Hey everybody, Jeff Sutherland, along with my colleagues Bella Loomis and Chase Waldron. We're with eXp Realty, and we're here to give you a market update for the month of September. Got a lot of cool news to share with you. So we're going to get right after it right now. I'm going to share my screen with you guys. We really appreciate your support. And today we're going to talk through some really good data. First of all, hopefully you can see this okay, my friends. This is the Federal Reserve announcement that happened on September 18th. Everybody was waiting for it. And they cut it 50 basis points. And because of that, there was a lot of good stuff that happened in the economy. But even after that was done, there's still mixed emotions depending on who you talk to, what economists you talk to, on what this is going to mean, if there's going to be a recession, if there's not going to be a recession. There's a lot of projections. But one thing we will show you today is that the real estate market is getting softer. And I can tell you that usually the fourth quarter in Phoenix, Arizona is a great time to buy. And that is no different this year. In fact, this year might even be a much even better time to buy. So that happened. And let's talk about how that had a little ripple effect in the real estate industry. Hello. What did the Fed funds rate do? Well, it took us from last month, we were sitting between skepticism and hope, and now we're actually between hope and relief. And I've been through many of these market cycles over my last 24 years in this business, and this is exciting because 2025 is looking better and better, and it's promising to be kind of a gangbusters year, a better year for real estate. So our team, Bella, myself, Chase, we're working really hard to make sure that we're prepared for that, and we're talking to our clients, we're talking to the people that we know, giving them market updates on how much their house is worth today and showing them what's happening in the market. So today we want to give you a couple nuggets of information to show you that this could possibly be a great time to do a transaction for you towards the end of the year. So what do you guys think? We're heading towards relief, right? Do you feel relieved, guys?
Yep, we're excited, man. We're trending in the right direction, so it's a good thing.
Yes, there's a ton of headliners out there right now, so we're here to just give the numbers because numbers don't lie, right?
Numbers don't lie. That is so true. So keep calm and eat ramen. So I didn't put that in there, but I think it's pretty funny. If you talk to somebody, they may say we're heading towards a recession. Other people say, no, we are like in perfect situations economically. Here's the one thing we do know. There's nothing broken in the real estate industry, right? We had the Great Recession that happened, back in 06, 07, 08, 09. It was difficult. There was a fundamental problem with the real estate business. We had a fracture with lending, and most of it was derived from banking errors and giving people loans that didn't have any income and craziness. Right now, all the fundamentals are here and they're strong. And so we're happy about that. We've gotten through the NAR legislation. If you ever want to learn more about that, you can talk to any of us about that. Our company is so well prepared and making sure that we give the best fiduciary service to our clients. And in fact, so much so that the Consumer Federation of America applauded us as a company as leading the industry with new forms that made it even more user friendly for consumers. So we're excited about the future. And if we do head into a recession, another reminder is that out of the last 7 out of 8 recessions, we had no reduction in sales prices. Either they stayed flat or they went up. Well, that makes sense. If we do go into a recession, we'll probably have lower mortgage rates, because when bad things happen in the economy, mortgage rates typically go down because they're tied to the bond market. And when mortgage rates go down, prices typically go up. So you're probably wondering, well, the price is going to go down in the fourth quarter, very possibly more. And that gives you even a better opportunity to buy. And then when we get through these slides, I'll show you another couple reasons why you should buy, not just the sales price, but concessions and other things. So do mortgage rates typically decline in recessions? Absolutely. Look at the trends. This is what the data bears out. So keep that in mind as we move forward, so you know how to make decisions for your family. Right now, today, we're sitting at about a 6.5 mortgage rate. This was captured on September 23rd, 6.2. It's actually gone up a little bit. It goes up and down all the time. So it's really important you have a professional like one of us, because we know what's happening with the rates on a daily. and we have our lending department who we work with, and she's fantastic. Tracy Elliott at Bell Bank. So we are here to help you every day make decisions and lock your rates when you need to, especially if you're like in a new home situation. We got a good pulse on the market.
And on that, Jeff, I just want to, throw it out there that it's important to kind of realize, even though rates have kind of, popped back up slightly, a couple months back, we were getting people in at 7.25, right? So we're still a lot lower than just a couple of months ago, and they're trending in the right direction, right? Which is a good thing.
Absolutely. I like the trend for sure.
Trending in the right direction. Payments are 13% off. If we look at this graph, let's break it down. As of last month, or April 2024 was 7.5% interest rate, conventional rate. Now we're sitting at 6.1. It's been going down, and you can see the dollar difference and the percent difference of just that payment, which is a few $100s. And then in purple highlighted 2-1 buy down, which means your rate starts at 4.1 if we're looking currently at 6.1. And that is huge. And we've seen that a lot with new build homes. They're offering that right out the gate of 2-1 buy down. And we've seen it in a lot of resale homes. So that saves you 20% of a difference, which is huge. It saves you hundreds of dollars. And that's what's great about right now, is that we'll see here in a minute the concessions that are being offered.
Isn't that crazy, Bella? If you look at April just of this year, it was almost $1,400 for principal and interest, and now we're at under 1,000. That's a $400 swing right there. It's crazy. Yeah. So, and we're seeing a lot of that with new homes, right? I'd say a good majority of the buyers right now in new homes, many are doing 2-1 buy downs. My own family member, one of my own family members got a 7-1 buy down for 7-year ARM. It was incredible. So there's all kinds of different programs out there suited for you and your family. So you can check this out, and we have a little difference from last month, right? These are September numbers, but just let me show you the difference between September numbers and the August numbers. In August, we had a 73 supply index. Wow. So it jumped up to almost 77. Supply has been inching up, my friends. Doesn't surprise me. Isn't it interesting that we still have low supply? We're still not at balance because we've had such a constrained inventory here in Phoenix for so many years. Not enough building to catch up with the growth. And now we're starting to catch up. So as that supply goes up, we're going to have even more opportunities for buyers. And the market index has gone down. In August, it was 99. So it was very close to balance. Now we're at 96. So now we're heading into an overall buyer's market. That means some municipalities actually are sellers markets, some are buyers market, but at the aggregate level, we're right there below now normal. So you can say that overall we're in a buyer's market now, in the Valley of the Sun and in Pinal County, so Maricopa and Pinal. And then our demand still lower at 73. So as you see that supply creep up, you'll start to probably see the demand creep up as well, right? And so it'll be very interesting over the next 3 months, especially. And it'll be very interesting to see what happens after the election too. So we're keeping an eye on it. Here's the deal. We have deals to get had right now. So I want to remind you guys that. Let us find them for you. These two here, Bella and Chase, know where the deals are. Just give them a call. And then I love this graph, the Cromford Market Index, and it shows supply and it shows demand. You can see the blue line is supply, the green line is demand. You can see the price on the big price there increase, the correction, and you can see we're in balance. And so right now we're going to be keeping an eye on it. My bet is that supply continues to go up slightly. And then when the mortgage rates get to a point where people are like, oh my gosh, I got to get in, fear of missing out, then you'll probably see them start to play, the supply will plane out, and then we'll probably have a very fierce season of selling in the first and second quarter of the year. That's my possibility there. Go ahead, Chase.
Yeah, so this one, you kind of touched on it earlier, Jeff, but overall we're pretty close to balance, starting to creep in, the whole Phoenix Metro creeping into a buyer's market, but there are certain areas here in Phoenix Metro that are still considered a seller's market. based on supply and demand. Some are pretty much close to right at balance: Cave Creek, Peoria, Tempe, and then there's quite a few that are already considered buyers markets: Queen Creek, Buckeye, Maricopa. So some of these outlier areas, they get hit first, and they start creeping into that buyer's market first, right? So this is a great visual of these different areas around the valley, and showing which ones have creeped into that buyer's market, and then which ones are still considered a seller's market but are still kind of trending that way.
A few things that I find interesting, Chase, is Apache Junction's still hot. It's a hot market. And then if you look at like Avondale and Tolleson's real hot. So there's a lot of growth, a lot of transactions over there. And so it's an interesting dynamic. We got stuff all over the place right now. So
For sure.
yeah. Cool. So in appreciation, you can see in September, our median was 445. Not too much off what it was the previous month. I think it was like $2,000 higher actually. So, and you'll see at the very end, Chase will tell you the differences between, this year versus last year's numbers. It's kind of interesting, but that you can see a good graph there. The peak was way back in like May of 2022. And we've been settling in, over the last pretty much since it was 435,000 in September of 23, it's gone up 2.3%. That's how much the market's gone up year over year. And here we go, the fun things right now. If you're a buyer, let me tell you, they're asking for a lot, and we're asking for a lot when we're representing buyers, and we're getting it, and we have fierce negotiating going on. And so, yeah, they're asking for price reductions or price improvements and credits for closing costs. You guys seeing a lot of that?
Yep, 100%. Yeah, we actually currently helping a client we were able to negotiate him getting all of his closing costs covered and his lease break fee at his current apartment complex. So that was super huge. He's able to basically, not be coming out of pocket much at all because we were able to get that covered. It was close to $11,000, I think, for him. So, it's really a good time to ask for things like that and negotiate. The buyers have a little more negotiation power right now, so it's been good.
That's genius. The fact that you were able to negotiate money into the deal so they could have cash to buy off their lease. That's brilliant.
Yeah, it's a lot of times the concern for people, right, that are in an apartment, they're locked into a lease, a 1 or 2 year lease. They're like, hey, maybe I have another year to go on this lease, but they really want to get into their own place. There are certain scenarios where we can negotiate the seller to pay that for them so that they don't have to come out of pocket. So it's really a good opportunity.
Yeah, and a lot of people I think are probably been on the sidelines for a while and they think that they've been locked out of home ownership. I think you might want to try looking again and talk to our lender, and let's see what your purchasing power is. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't hurt for you to go check out and see, what can you do right now. You might be surprised with the rates going down. So give that a try. Weekly price reductions, they're up. So they're up to the point where we've had, just in the 4 week total ending in September, 8,500, a little over 8,500 price enhancements, reductions. That's pretty telling. So if that trend continues into the rest of Q4, it is going to be a great opportunity to purchase. I will tell you personally, I'm actually going to be purchasing another home myself for investment in the last quarter in December. So that's how much I believe in what I'm saying, because usually the last couple of months of the year are absolutely fantastic for buying homes in Arizona. And then concessions. 52% of closings are actually conceding money to the buyer. And that was just through 14 days of closing days in September. So over half the sellers are conceding money to the buyers. And that's coming at a clip of about $10,000. That was actually, it's about $10,000 on average for concessions right now. That's a pretty substantial amount of money.
Yeah, it's really huge because with that money, it helps you with closing costs. You can get a rate buy down. So it's a great financial incentive for buyers right now.
Absolutely. Closing costs, rate buy downs. You can also apply those credits to other things as well. I've even seen them being given to HOA, prepayment of HOA for several months out. So a lot of things you can do with concessions from the seller. Eases the burden, so you don't have to come up with extra money on top of your down payment.
Right. So this shows a little bit of a difference just between August of 23 and then August of this year. So we can see that the average sales price per square foot has gone up over 3%, which is a good thing for buyers. The median sales price has also gone up 2%. The sales over asking price, that looks like it's down 5%. We noted the concessions, the seller percentage on the concessions is up 12%. And the amount of concessions has gone up. So, like we said, it's just more concessions for buyers, more money that the seller is able to give them. They're covering it, so that's easing the burden for the buyers. So it's a good thing. And then median days on market before the contracts have gone up 16 days. So we're seeing things sit on the market longer than last year, which is a good indicator. It's a good thing for buyers while things are sitting a little bit longer, right? The sellers are wanting to get their property sold, so they're more apt to negotiate with a buyer.
So look at all these things, all these moving parts. We got more days on market. We have prices softening. We have more concessions. There's everything pointing to, if you're a buyer, you need to talk to us, because it probably will only get better for the rest of the year. I hope this really helps you. In fact, this is from the Cromford Report, and we're very pleased to present this data to you guys. We know what's going on in the marketplace. You can trust us as your trusted advisors in the business. And I'm very blessed to work with Chase and Bella on a daily. And you know what, no matter what kind of personality you are, I think we have what you need. We all have different skill sets. So reach out to us. Chase, what's your phone number?
707-685-7214. If you need any information, reach out. We'd love to go over our VIP buyer program and tell you how we work with buyers and what we can provide for you. So give us a call.
Fantastic. And Bella, what's your phone number?
602-505-4335. And we love the data. We love looking at the numbers and what's actually happening. So if you have any questions, reach out to us.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Blessings to everybody, and we'll talk soon. If you need me, by the way, 602-370-7174.
Yes.
We're signing off. Peace out.